Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Let's Play Factorio. This music... Am I being crazy or something, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't here last time. I mean, that track specifically. Flame tank. Flame tank. Yes, flame tank. Flame tank. Flame tank. Tank that is made of flame. Well, it's some... It's not entirely correct. But here we go. We're getting it. We're getting there. We're getting there. A few more episodes and we're there. Maybe even perhaps this one. I don't know, because we don't have any ammunition for it yet. We don't have any means of assembling it yet. You know, just because we have the tech doesn't mean we're actually going to get the tank. But it was that quick, really. You kidding me? It was that quick. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, landmines next, I think. These used to be green, or am I being crazy? Pretty sure these used to be different. Let's get... mining productivity. Because I need to check on... science, basically. So what sort of science is this? This is the sciencey science, it's not the military science, right? And how are we producing it? All the way up here. Getting made from... No, this is military science, isn't it? And you need turrets, grenades, and armor-piercing shells, and this is the military science. Actually, I'm going to grab a little bit just to check. Yes, this is the military science thing. It looks like a regular blue science, but it isn't. Blue science we don't have. Which is Science Pack 3. We don't have that. That does not exist. There's not something we have in our repertoire, as it were. I'm also missing red science now. Was red science not something that we used to make more of? Nah, probably not. So, interesting little situation we've gotten ourselves into. Programmable speaker, really? To do? Does it play music as I'm... Flame tumbler to go with the flame tank, naturally. Natural, I didn't know that was a thing. Up until this point, I did not know that was a thing. Flamethrower turret, now I do know about those. Okay, so here's the thing, We need... let's say 3 more of these to expand the red science production. Or do we? You know, I've changed my mind, we don't, because this is now getting clogged up. And green science seems to be doing relatively well, too. So you know what? I've changed my mind. We're going to use these elsewhere. What we also need to do... potentially feed this thing some more. No, that looks fine. We look like we're at equilibrium pretty much for everything. We need is to grab all this ammo. There it goes. I'll leave 200 just in case. Explain to me why I'm not producing ammo. Copper. Needs copper. Where is it, though? Oh, it's been stopped over here, right. Might as well replace these so it gets there miraculously quickly. Look at that, just awe-inspiring amount of copper just flooding in. There we go, we're now making armor-piercing rounds once again. And I forgot to power this. Let's do that right now. So... is there not enough iron being? We need more iron. Right, we'll get on that. Plus mining productivity should help. But now that we're making ammunition, again, and some of it is being stored. But this is the wrong way to do it. It sounds perhaps a little bit arrogant. I'll accept that, but this is the wrong way to do it. No, the way you store ammunition... Oh no, we're going to need a filter thing here, aren't we? Yeah, this is just the wrong way of doing things. No, this is all wrong. This is all wrong. No. We need 2 filter inserters, and then you see we bring this out a little bit, and then all the ammunition and stuff that we don't need gets picked up. So you're gonna pick up helicopter pads. Yes, that's you're gonna start picking up helicopter pads. I didn't know we could make those. I continuously get surprised, and it's a beautiful thing indeed. Where is it? Armor-piercing rounds. Yes. You are going to start picking up grenades. And placing them here. These are explosive artillery shells. That's not what you're supposed to pick up. They just look the same as grenades for some reason. Robotics, what does it do? Flying robot frame? No. Shooting speed? Bullet damage? Nitroglycerin? Sure, let's get that, whatever that does. No, not explosive artillery shells. Regular grenades, there you go. And where's the chest for you? We didn't pick one up. Let's make one. Steel chest. There we go. You're storing those. See? And this only happens when we don't need any more from over here. So all the excess stuff gets stored, and the stuff that we need for producing science actually gets produced. There you go. That's the proper way of doing things, not taking from the production line before it actually reaches said production line. Now, this needs to be also kind of removed, but before any of that can happen, put that there just in case. We want to store more at one point, not now, but at one point. I have plenty of grenades. I have 100 of them, and there's going to be for the deforestation. Arguably the most satisfying part of this game. And also one that you could theoretically kill yourself in. I say theoretically, I've done it multiple times. It's kind of like, I've made a few Game of Thrones references on this series, but if any of you have seen the show, you'll know that when they made, or even if you haven't, I'll explain it, and it's not a spoiler, it's just an explanation that's given. Look, we live in an era where everything is a spoiler, alright? That said, I will not spoil anything. It's just an explanation giving some historical context to the show. There we go. Precise work, this demolition job. They built a great big wall to keep something from crossing onto the one or other side, right? It's as unspoilery as you get. Now, they built this great big wall, or have they? Is a question for the next series, for the next season. But the point is, they cleared out all the forest around the bloody thing when they built it. So that's kind of more or less exactly what I'm doing. They cleared out all the forest so they can see the enemy approaching, or the. Well, yeah, they can see the enemy approaching, and nobody could sneak around in the trees. Just like that, I intend to do the same thing. It was a bit of a, I don't know, perhaps dumb way of explaining things, and I've took my time to do it, certainly, but oh well. We're not making enough of the merry-go-round things, are we? No, we are not. Why are we storing some of them? No. This can't fit, can it? In which case, continue to store them. But, I'm gonna need a few more of these, aren't I? Yup. And this is where this can come in, so. How on earth am I gonna do it, though? Oh, dear Lord in heaven, how on earth am I gonna do it? Shit, I have no idea. Let's think about this logically for a minute. I could set up like a few over there, but I sort of don't want to. Tell you what, we have a few other things to do while I'm thinking about that, and that's upgrading the furnaces. Let's get that done as well. And I should be setting up my own defenses too. Oh, it's hard out here, it really is. Did I pick up any of that? Yes, I did. Furnaces. Furnaces. Furnaces, there we go. So we're going to upgrade all the regular furnaces to steel ones. We're going to need to make more of this. We're also going to need to make a load more iron. More at the very least. What on earth is this doing? I get it, but it's the world's most temporary solution. Actually it isn't. Because this could just sort of be here for the purposes of collecting it and putting it in your inventory, and you can get a proper line going elsewhere. So I guess in that sense it is fine, but we're gonna need more iron. Can't believe God how many furnaces I have. It's truly I think awe-inspiring amount. There we go. Now, smelt faster, you darn bastards. So, are we done with this bit over here? Yes. Yup. Looks like it. So... let's expand our smelting capacity then. And feed into there. La-di-da. Wait, you're facing the wrong way, aren't you? Yeah. Are you? Yes, you are. You're facing the wrong way. So yes, you'll take from here and put into there. There we go. And you too. Right, now just make sure we power all of it. Here's the thing. This puts iron in this bit. This bit is fine on iron. It really is. This bit is fine on iron. We're missing iron on the other side of the thing, which is why I don't like using splitters. And this is gonna make it so we simply don't have enough ore to feed up all the way to the end. Unless I upgrade all of these to fast whatchamacallit. Okay, literally all of these. I know that on the other ground belts have to be fast as well. But it doesn't seem to clog up, so for now it's fine. Thing is, though, are we feeding the maximum possible amount? We are feeding the maximum possible amount into this. As you can see. This is gonna work. And I mean, I guess the most important thing is that it does work, right? But it's gonna be hideous. But it is gonna work. So, the way we're gonna do it is splitter. I already have plenty of those, sorry. Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to take from here half of it, right? But that brings the coal along with it as well. That's not good. I don't want the coal. I don't want the... No, I don't want the coal. I just want the thing. Best way of doing things, my arse, alright? Best, he said it, I was told this was the best way of doing things. My arse, look at it, this is not... I was going to say this is not the most efficient thing in the world, is it? Now, the only reason it's effective now is because this thing up here isn't blazing away. No, actually, the only reason it's effective is we're not using any of this iron up. Oh yeah, that's the real reason. Okay. We're not using anything right now because we're not using up any science, so there's that as well. I'm sorry, what? Choroidite process, what does it lead to? bullets. Advanced. We're gonna call it advanced type of bullets because we already have bullets. Sniper turret. Sure, we could use a few of those. Apparently. You know what? It's fine. Don't look at it too much, and it'll be fine. It's not fine. It's not fine. It needs fixing. It'll be fixed. It will. It will. I promise. It will be fixed eventually. Thing is, right now, we need defenses, and that's something I wanted to focus on in this episode, but I sort of got sidetracked a little bit. We need defenses right now. So, how are we going to go about acquiring those? Well, we're making turrets somewhere. This is where we're making turrets, correct? Yes, we're making gun turrets Mark 1 though, which is not the most ideal thing in the world, because there is a thing called gun turret Mark 2. Do I have the tech for it? However, is a different question entirely. Fluid wagon, nice. Gun turret. Okay, so turrets. Turrets 2, laser turrets, sniper turrets, gun turrets. Turrets 2 leads to... Yeah, can we please get that? I can't believe I didn't get that already. So this leads to gun turret Mark 2, Mark 4, and eventually Mark 5. So we're going to get to gun turret Mark 4, and we're going to start producing that, I think. Yes. Because it's essentially the same process for all of them, you just need to... Yeah, alright, that makes sense. That makes sense, considering it's pretty much the same process for all of them, and we will probably need to tear down the walls I've built, but that's also fine. We might not have the tech for it just yet, but we do have an idea of what we're going to need. So, that is primarily space, isn't it? Yeah. So, down in this direction, and then let's undo the progress that I made last video. Not necessarily true. And then Mark 4, there we go. So remarkably quick to get. Unless Mark 4 needs something I'm not aware of. It needs Science Pack 3. So we're going to make Mark 3 turrets, and that's what we're going to call it quit, pretty much. Flight. Sure, let's discover flight. Can't wait to get aircraft as well. Oh, aircraft are going to be so awesome. Can we put flamethrowers on aircraft? I know it's not the most effective thing in the world, and it's probably bound to end up in a, you know, me blowing up in a fireball, but it'll be so worth it, though. Think about it. Flamethrower aircraft. Ugh. Basically mean napalm bombs. Yes, actually. I was going to have an argument against myself there for a minute. Like, no, it's not the same, but actually, yes. That's exactly what I mean. You know when you invent something in your head, and you're like, that would be brilliant, and you realize it's already been invented, and I'm like, You know what? If I were born a few hundred years ago, well, that's a bit much. 100 years ago, that would have been something. But I could have had a bright future ahead of me. Instead, like this, it's a bit but okay. We're just going to need to move these really quickly. I'm sorry. I know, this is like the 10th time I'm moving this thing. Piercing rounds, yes. And, this is going to be a bit awkward. How the hell do I do this? Yeah, okay, we'll do it like this. What's up with regular rounds? Let's convert these, put them in there. Right. Gonna be a bit awkward, but only initially. Wrong placement. Just to go there. And now you take all the rounds from over here, and you put them in here. Come on, come on, come on, there we go. Some furious clicking going on. You can probably hear it, even through the sound filters and the stuff, which work amazingly well, by the way. That's not the greatest audio quality in the world, but trust me, without OBS's filters, this would be hideous. There we go. Just deforest everything. This gets ever so slightly more satisfying, but just slightly, when you get tanks and start running over trees. But no, this is pretty satisfying. Advanced aerodynamics. Yeah, nice, nice. Anything really, just research something. Okay, now, where were we? We're about to make turrets. We have ammo for them, yes. So we're about to make turrets. Is this plenty of this thing? In case it isn't, we're going to make them down here. So, let's begin. We're going to need these things. Need a few more of these things. We're going to need steel. And we're going to need, if I remember correctly, iron gear wheels. Yeah. So, how do I get those? Huh. Well, we have iron gear wheels and copper here. Now, how far back does this monstrosity go? Why was it done like that? Why is it... Okay, is there a practical reason to why this was done like this? To make sure it only goes on one side. I didn't know. I just wanted to know. There wasn't any skepticism inherently in it. I just wanted to know. It's actually a very smart way of doing things. Now, there is a bit of a problem. Do I use filter inserters is the question, basically. Or do I use a splitter? I can use a splitter. In theory. And you're gonna see why this is a work in progress theory. Right, we're about to learn something, you and I together. There's not enough space here. There is definitely not enough space here. Here, maybe. We're about to find out, alright? So the idea is, right, we use a splitter. And then maybe something like this. Does this actually work? Please tell me this actually works. Whoops. I am not the genius I think I am. This does work, but for only one reason. Or at least I think so. helicopter. Jesus Christ. We're getting this. Tech is doing marvellously well. I accept this. Let's create a hole in the system, if you will. And now try and outrun it because we need to test this thing. Alright. Now pick up exclusively the... See, then it goes to this. So if we run out of... if we run out of these things, it will just switch to copper being put here. This is not the most... Whoops. This is not the greatest solution. It really, really isn't. I'll dump these iron gears for a second, excuse me. Alright, that's good enough. How do I split these two things up? Seriously, how does that happen? Can I even? Is that even a thing? I don't know. I don't think I can. But I really don't think I can. So, instead, what we're going to do is this. This island doesn't go anywhere, right? Stick to your guns, stick to what you know. Underground. And it's probably best, honestly, to do it like this anyway. To run the gears on a separate system, because we're going to need a lot of them. So, no, that makes sense to me. Where's the underground thing? There. Take it there. Dump it right there. No, there's no reason. Just right there, and alright, and we will now take this like so. You're going to have to move over a little bit because we're going to need so many of these things, it's a little bit embarrassing. So 6, right, is that enough? Probably not, but we'll try it with 6. And you're building this. So it takes 2 iron and 0.5 seconds to craft. You need fast inserters for this. Yes, you do. 1, 2, 3. While they're getting built, let's figure out a way to power this. That looks good. And then another 6. So, take iron, bump it into this thing. There you go. You shall then... I need faster crafting speed in my hands, if that makes sense. Might be some mod for that as well. Actually there is, I've seen it. There's nothing feeding into this. This is a rather grave error in that there's nothing feeding into this though. Amusing. Did I remove it? Probably. I don't know. I genuinely don't think I did, but I know myself well enough to believe that that is indeed the case. Now, all these go on a belt like so. Question is, I don't know how many of these I'll need, so we're going to leave it open for now. And obviously we need to power them, but I'm thinking what I'm thinking 2 steps ahead instead of the requisite 1. You know what I mean? So now, like another 6 of these to make gun turrets. Not Mark 1, gun turrets Mark 2. So now you're thinking with portals. I know these loops are not the most effective, not the most efficient thing in the world, but they look nice. Alright? They look nice, that's all you need to know. Then 6 here, and then... Oh, no, this then becomes a problem. No, sorry, no, this doesn't stop here, so these need to be kept separate. I have a brilliant idea of doing, a brilliant way of doing these. It's fine. Requires the use of quite a few underground belts, but it's fine. It is quite fine. Don't worry about it. There we go. I just cut out the boring bit of me crafting a bunch of stuff. So here we go. Are you sure you know how you're gonna do this, Jug? I'm 60% sure. Alright. Sorry. Yup, this looks kind of what I wanted to do. So bear with me, okay? Bear with me. This is gonna be a bit of a stretch. But bear with me. Get it stretched because long arm inserters. I'll show myself the way out. So what you're making is between me and you, all the text getting a little bit annoying. You're making gun turret Mark 2. Why did I forget you need steel plates for this as well? It's fine though. It's fine because I have a genius idea. You see, right now, all we need to do is we need to feed steel here. There you go. That's where steel needs to go. And there is a decently easy way of getting it there. Because this is all steel from over here, it just gets pumped. Lab, robotics, lasers. You know what? Lasers. Yeah, this could get split. Have half of it going there. This needs to be moved, by the way, because it's just not worth the trouble of having that thing there. So this could get split. Have half of it feed whatever this is making, which is ammunition. Have the other half. No way it's going to make it across that long, right? No. This is why I don't like mixing things in belts, right? This is why I really don't like mixing things, because if it... No, it is convenient here. It's convenient here. But now I need to get steel over there, and I'm sitting there looking at it like, what? Right? Here, here though, you have to mix it because there's copper coming over here. So here it's a bit of a different story, yeah. Also, there's not enough copper getting pumped. I'll have to change. We'll get the copper, but first, steel. Can we move it? We can. We can move the entire thing down, and we will. Or we'll have to. So this is red ammo production. Just don't forget what it is, because that will cause all sorts of problems for you. Red ammo production. Okay. And you can turn over here. There you go. Okay. So now we leave the space there for the steel to go through, and we start down here. Do we need so many? No. Let's remove like 3 actually. 'Cause that was a little bit silly. Bit of an over. Oh, it enables the electric furnace. Yeah, it's a bit of an overreaction, I suppose. Armor that I'll probably never get to wear, but hey. Well, I will get to wear it. It's going to take ages before I get to the point where I need armor. Now we need turrets around the base, and we're getting that sorted. I'm not leaving until I get that sorted. Where are they? You were making... Don't get it twisted, you're making red armor. Red ammo. Remember to put that in so I don't forget later. You'd be surprised how much problems that could cause. So now we need regular inserters. Fast inserters for this thing. Remember fast inserters? Probably fast inserters. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to need another one. And then we're going to need long arm inserters. And now we have those. To take from there and to feed into this. And they're in charge of feeding copper. And just power the entire thing. Good. Good. Now, regular inserters. To take ammo out. And to put it on a belt. 2 more. In the process, I also made more ammo. Which is a good thing, one would assume. We're making ammo faster. I'm not technically making any more of it. I don't know. This is sort of like an industrial nomenclature thing that I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to say it, because I'm not making any more ammo technically. I had resources. I had the same amount of resources now, and I'm just making I don't know, I'm making it faster, but with more from a variety of sources, I guess. It's a complicated situation. But, as a result of all this maneuvering, we're now able, I think, yes, we are. We're now able to slowly but surely feed steel into where it needs to be. Which is down here, and yes, I still have that cold from a few days ago. Well, it feels like a few weeks ago, but hey. There we go. What? That's a shadow. Yeah, that's a shadow. I thought that was text. I thought that said something. And ever so slightly I freaked out. So the correct way of doing this would be... And I can probably achieve it. It will be fun. It's a fun mental exercise. What I mean is the correct way of doing this is to feed to the left side. No real reason to. It looks neat. If there's just... What was this rogue bit of copper? The correct way of doing it would be to just feed the left side of this belt. I guess technically right from its perspective, but from my perspective, this left side of this belt with steel, so you don't have this thing here. Or just the right side for that matter. Like, just one side of this belt, so we can then feed into this thing, and it looks neat. Because here, one half of the belt is just wasted, because you're never going to get to use it, more or less. Unless you run out of one side, but you're not going to, because this is a splitter, and it tends to feed things equally. Sorry. At any rate, it'll probably just look a little bit nicer, but, I don't have the time for it. I don't have the time for it, I don't have the patience for it. So now I'm going to need 5 fast inserters and 5 long arm inserters. So these will take from over here, and the other ones will take directly from this, and then we will put all of these on a belt, like so. We could actually have the belt run the other way just to make it symmetrical, but or make it not symmetrical, but make it the same as up here. Click, 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 click. And I've run out of power cables, haven't I? Alright. There we go. Alright, awesome. So we now take... And how long... This probably takes like ages to make, right? 5 seconds is not exactly ages, but okay. We need to get the other type of science as well, because that is... Well, I mean, we just need to get it, period, but, yeah. You could use... I'm actually going to put a little bit of steel into you manually, because I'm carrying around probably too much. There we go. I'm thinking about putting more in. Honestly. Not sure if we're going to need it, but I'm thinking about putting more inserters in. Like 2 fast inserters and a regular one, long arm one for, like, per each of these things. I'm not sure we need it. We need to check when we have a somewhat faster production. And one more. There we go. Yeah, now power these. More electric cables. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We need to use them up anyway. There you go. These are turrets Mark 2. So now we take this and we go around. In order to make the Mark 3 turrets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, is there a problem with steel? Potentially. Meaning I'll probably need to upgrade the belts to the faster ones. Which would not be the worst thing in the world. Because, yeah, this is definitely... Problem is, we might... Well, not might, but we're probably going to need more, wheel things as well. Let's get the thing made, and then we'll make alterations to it as we go along. So 5 of these, we already have long inserters, long arm inserters, sorry, yes we do. The ideal way of doing things. This, but it works out in the end. This should work ideally, more or less. Okay. How long do Mark III turrets take? So these take 5, these take 10, these I imagine take... Well, it's a flamethrower turret, it doesn't count. So these take 10 seconds to make. Alright, fair enough. Fast inserters then. Put the resources into these and power the entire thing up. I haven't told you what to make, have I? Mark III turrets. There we go. There are Mark 4 and 5, and we can probably make them down here, but that'll take some technology and stuff that we don't really have at this point. Exactly. So, I don't know. To me, it looks like we're kind of keeping up with supply and demand. Were it not for the steel problem. So, let's get that sorted. It need to be the fast underground one, doesn't it? Yep. Alright, come on. Oh god, it takes ages to make. Alright. Okay. Why are there rogue bits of copper every now and again in this thing? Probably because of something I did. Honestly, but hey. I'll take... I don't know, shotguns. Even though I don't have a shotgun to begin with. Again, just a bit of copper appears out of nowhere. It's not out of nowhere, it's here. This is the problem spot. Knew that would be problematic. Fast inserter. There you go. Power. There. Bastard. Alright. That should upgrade it a little bit. Here's what should upgrade it a lot more. Switching these to fast ones. Now, if this isn't enough, we'll upgrade the entire thing for steel from the point of origin to over here. But I'm sort of thinking, I'm sort of hoping this will be enough. Because Okay, let's do 5 inserters of the regular variety. Gun turrets Mark 3. Yeah, we'll get this as soon as I get the other science back, pretty much. The thing is, there's no reason to put down Mark 4 turrets if you can put down Mark 5 and so on and so forth, right? Sort of, I'm going to try and demonstrate that. So what this does is 75 damage, 10 plus, okay, this is Mark 4, Mark 3, 50 damage. Bonus, 10 plus 5, 20 range, 600 health. 21 range, 700 health, 10 plus 5, 75% damage bonus. It's just a flat-out upgrade. There is no downside to it. So there's no reason you should be putting these. Yeah, well, these are more expensive, but eh. Alright. Time to look into, sort of not look into, but have a glance at how we're supposed to make level 3 science. Oh god. Oh god. That's not going to be made anytime soon, is it? Yeah. Well, sod it then. Considering how complicated it is to make, we'll have to make do with gun turrets Mark 3. Yeah, we're just going to make do with gun turrets Mark 3. And what I'm going to do in the downtime, not downtime, in the off-camera, yeah, is probably take some medicine and put turrets around the entire base and make ourselves properly well defended and stuff like that. So, I'll guess on that note, I'll see you in the next episode. But for now, we have gun turret production. It's going to be expanded, but yeah, next time I'm going to have to look into Science 3, I think. Yeah, because we're going to need to get red electric circuits. We're going to need to get a whole load of stuff, and it's going to be remarkably complicated. But yeah, until then, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.